Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. This is Robert from RJL 518. Welcome you to another edition of Inside Pitch Seasons. As we move through the Inside Pitch inventory of seasons, that started from 1956 on our way through. And we continue this project moving until we reach 1985, where we will begin a one and gone for that season. But today's date is September 6, 1981. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. In this game, Fernando Valenzuela went for his seventh shutout of the year. And this was given to me. This was suggested to me by Forever Remain 90, as a matter of fact. And he joins me here at Dodger Stadium. So this is our game for 1981. The Dodgers won this game historically 5-0. But so far, inside pitch, you never know what you're going to get. And if you remember yesterday's game, which was nuts, well, who really knows? As you all know, we do have certain special rules concerning the strategy dice rolls for regular season games such as this or replays. So who knows what will happen, but thank you for joining me. Forever Remain. Let's play some ball. Starting pitcher for the 1981 Los Angeles Dodgers is Fernando Valenzuela, and I remember watching him pitch as a young kid in 81. I think it was 8 years old, 9 years old, and I was already amazed by how good a pitcher he was. He was 13-7 with a 2.48 ERA that year. And you just finished separating 1989, next 1985. Yeah, as I said, it's a job. It is a job to separate them. It takes me 2 hours to separate a season. Luckily, I'm getting near the end of Chris Davis's inventory, and I won't have to do any more separations until he releases new seasons after that. Let's go to the top of the first inning. This, of course, is the historical lineups. Leading off for the Cardinals will be second baseman Tommy Herr. Let's play some baseball for this edition of Inside Pitch Seasons. Valenzuela 1-4 against the switch hitter. That is a strikeout chance, and that is a 14, and that is going to be too high. Herr will swing 1-1, and he flies out to left. One man out. Dodger Stadium in 81 adds 2 to strikeouts, subtracts 3 from walks. No home run adjustment. Here's the third baseman, Ken Oberkfell. Valenzuela 4-3. That is a strikeout chance. That too will get him. And he strikes out Oberkfell for his first strikeout of the game. Valenzuela is, of course, a lefty. Here is the first baseman, Keith Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know how you put Harold Baines in and not have Hernandez in. Hernandez was a much better player. 2-6 for Valenzuela. That is a wild pitch. That will be ball 1. 6-4 against the lefty. That is a walk chance. That 16 is going to be too high. Hernandez will swing 4-1. He grounds out to second. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals, as we're seeing if Valenzuela can pitch a shutout here. Starting pitcher for the 1981 St. Louis Cardinals is Bob. May the force be with you. Had a good year. He was 10-5 for the 3.18 ERA for the Birds that year. You cut half of the sheets and then fold and separate the 3 parts into single cards. Seems to be the fastest. And yeah, I just separate them one by one. I just take my time. I don't want to tear these cards. Leading off for the Dodgers is second baseman Davey Lopes. That is a 6-6 from 4 strikeout chance. The 3 will get him. Lopes goes down on strikes. Out number 1, and that will bring up center fielder Kenny Landreau. Forsch 5-4. That is a home run with a question mark. Landreau is a lefty. That's a 1-10. That 14 will be too high. Landreau will swing 5-5, and he flies out to right. Here is right fielder Rick Monday. Remember, this Dodger team did win the World Series in '81 in that strike-shortened season. 6-6 from Forsch. That's a strikeout chance. That 13 will get Monday. Monday goes down. In a 1-2-3 inning for the Dodgers, we got no score at the end of one. Top of the second coming up here is Valenzuela. And leading off will be right fielder George Hendrick. Valenzuela 2-1. That's a home run check against a righty. That is a 0. Home run question mark. Right-hander 0, so no chance of a home run there. But Hendrick does get the swing, a 3-3, and he star lines at 6 to a fly ball to right. Catcher Darryl Porter will now take his first swing. Valenzuela 6-6. He's not tired, so that's a blank. Porter 3-5 against a lefty. That's going to be a double to right field. Porter will stop at second. The Cardinals had 4 hits in this game, even though they got shut out that day. Here's the center fielder, David Green. He will come up to bat. Porter on at second. We will try a strat roll, and that is a 14. Nothing happening. All strat rolls will be active for bunts, for no outs. Bunts are put on. Hit and runs are used unless there's a runner on. Unless runners only have first and third. Steals, yes. If there's 1 out, bunts are yes. Home runs, yes. Steals, yes. If 2 outs, no bunts, no hit and runs. Okay, there will be a steal if the base running rating of the runner in question, his stolen base rating is 15 or higher. Here's the pitch. That's a 1-5 from Valenzuela against a righty. That is a strikeout plus 10. That 15 will get Green, and that is strikeout number 2 for Fernando Mania. Next up, left fielder Dane Orge. Still roll a strat. That is a 3. Darryl Porter is a plus. Oh, looks like Darryl Porter is going to get a chance. Nope, not with a 7. He will not steal. Porter has a 7 stolen base. That did fall in the stealing base area, but with a stolen base rating of 7 and 2 outs, I will not send him to third. Valenzuela's pitch, 2-4, strikeout chance. That 7 is going to be too high. Orge will swing 2-4, ground out to second. And the shutout so far is still preserved. But that was 1 hit for the Birds. And we'll go to the bottom of inning number 2. Leading off for the Dodgers, first baseman Steve Garvey. May the force be with you. That is a hit by pitch. That's going to be a 7, and that will be too high. 2 + 5 from Forsch, but the 7 is too high. Garvey does get to swing 4-4, and he singles to left. Base hit for Garvey. Dodgers have a man on. Strat roll is an 18. The next batter is Ron Say, the third baseman. Bunt rating is a 2. And that 18 will not be a bunt, so we will have a regular roll. Forsch with the pitch, 5-5. Against a righty, that's a walk plus 10. That will walk Say with a 3. Dodgers are in business with runners at first and second, and here is Ron Renicky. He is in left field for this game. Infield is halfway. That is a 19 with a 5. Yes, we're going to see a bunt. Ron Renicky is going to lay down the bunt. So let's see what happens. Forsch will pitch first. That is a 2-1. That's a strikeout chance. That is halved. So 11 + 2 is 13. Divided by 2. Divided by 2 is 6.5. It is rounded up to a 7. And that is a 7. And that is a strikeout by Ron Renicky. He strikes out attempting to bunt. And that is out number 1. Or do you round down in this? Hold on a minute. Let me see something here. I think maybe I'm supposed to round down. Do I round down? Hold on. Doesn't really say. I believe you round, maybe you round down, but I'm going to say we rounded up for that anyway, and it's already a strikeout. So 1 out. Here is the catcher, Mike Scioscia. Runner still at first and second. As Forsch strikes him out. 19. That is another bunt attempt, and we're gonna do the bunt. And we're gonna do the bunt following the rules that I made up. Scioscia has a bunt rating of 3. That bunt is on, so we'll try it again. Here's the pitch from Forsch. That is a 2-6. That's a double question mark. That's a double question mark. That is ignored. So Scioscia does get a chance to bunt. And that is a 2. The ball is bunted back to Forsch. That is a 10. His bunt rating is a 3. And that becomes a 2. That will be a good bunt. Garvey will go to third, and Say will go to second, and Scioscia is thrown out at first for out number 2. So the sacrifice works as runners move up a base, and now it'll be up to shortstop Darryl Thomas. Infield is normal. Runners at second and third. 2 outs now. We will roll the strat, and that is a 4. Nothing happening. Forsch will pitch. 1-3. That is a strikeout chance. That 12 will be too high. Thomas will swing. 1-4, and that is a Starline 6. He flies out to left, and the inning is over. No runs for the Dodgers. They do get a hit. No score at the end of 2. As we are using the hard and fast strategy die rolls, since we manage both teams. And we can already see how the strategy die rolls already do not always work, because normally I would not have bunted again with that play. I would have tried to hit with Scioscia. I would have used him as a better hitter. But that's we're using the strategy dice rolls in this kind of game. Top of the third, leading off for the Cardinals will be shortstop Mike Ramsey. Valenzuela, 4-5. That's a strikeout chance. That 4 will get Ramsey. That will be strikeout number 3 for Valenzuela. Out number 1. Here's the pitcher, Bob Forsch. He batted 122 as a pitcher. 1-4 from Valenzuela against the righty. That's a strikeout chance, and that 1 will definitely get Forsch. So strikeout number 4 now for Fernando Mania. And now Tommy Herr. Valenzuela 2-6. Wild pitch, ball 1. 6-3 Valenzuela. That against the switch hitter against a righty. That is a home run check. But Tommy Herr has no home runs at all. So there is nothing from Herr. So that will be a blank. He didn't hit any home runs in 1981. But he does get to swing anyway, 2-5, and that will be a fly out to left off the star line. And that is a 1-2-3 inning once again for Valenzuela. No score going into the bottom of the third. Speaking of Fernando, he is next to bat, the pitcher. He batted 250 as a hitter in 81. Not bad. Pitch from Forsch, 2-1, strikeout chance. That 15 is actually going to be too high. Valenzuela gets the swing, 3-2. He lines it right to short for out number 1 as Ramsey puts out his glove and gets it. Here is Davey Lopes with 1 out now. Forsch, 2-5 against a righty, strikeout chance. That 5 will get him. And he strikes out Lopes. Lopes goes down for the second time today. That is the third strikeout for Forsch. He had only 41 strikeouts in 1981. Is that right? Only 41 strikeouts? I guess so. He started 20 games. I guess Forsch was not really a strikeout pitcher. Only 41 strikeouts. He started 20 games, 10-5, 41 strikeouts. Oh, okay. Here's Kenny Landreau with 2 outs now. Forsch, 3-4 against the lefty. That's a walk chance. That 3 against the right-handed pitcher. That will be good enough. The 6 minus 3 is the 3. That is a 3. He does walk Landreau. Landreau goes to first. And that will bring up Rick Monday. Landreau does have a stolen base rating of 16. A steal could happen. We roll for Strat anyway. That is a 16, but that is for a bunt attempt, and there's no bunts with 2 outs and such, so nothing happening. Forsch will pitch to Monday. That is a 3-4 on Forsch, and that against the lefty is another walk chance, and they will walk Monday with that 7. Once again, the Dodgers have runners on base at first and second, and a chance now for Garvey. 2 outs. I will still roll Strat. That is a 16. Nothing happening. Forsch trying to get out of this little jam now here in the bottom of the third. Forsch with the pitch. 6-2. That is a blank. Garvey gets the swing. 1-6. And that's a fly out to center, and that will end the inning. Nothing across except a couple of walks. Still no score at the end of 3. Top of the 4th coming up. Here's Ken Oberkfell. He will lead off for the Redbirds. Valenzuela, 4-4. That is a possible error on a grounder. 1-5. That is a fly ball to left. There will be no error. So out number 1. Here's Keith Hernandez. Should be Hall of Famer. Valenzuela, 4-1. That's at the ballpark. Dodgers Stadium rolls a 6-3, and that's a pop out to the catcher. And that's the second out. Dodger Stadium, kind of normal for home runs. Only 71 home runs hit in 81. But remember also, remember, this is a strike-shortened season. So you got to realize that there weren't that many starts for some normal. Pretty much about a third, a little bit less than a third of the season was lost in this year. But yet I see a lot of people love playing the 1981 season on many game engines, whether it be Inside Pitch, Payoff Pitch, Stratomatic, APA. I see a lot of people playing the 81 season. It is a special season. Michael Peterson, RJL, is it wet in Florida today? Off and on. I get some spotty shower. I'm getting spotty showers once in a while today so far. Here at Dodger Stadium, though, it's a perfect day. Here is George Hendrick. He'll be next to bat. Valenzuela, 3-1 strikeout chance. That 5 will get Hendrick. And that is strikeout number 5 for Fernando Mania. And a 1-2-3 inning go the Redbirds. Bottom of the 4th. As Bob B says, go Cardinals. I don't know. Why do you like the Cardinals, Bob? Oh, that's right. I see you got the Cardinal logo in your avatar. Bob Forsch will pitch to Ron Say here in the bottom of the 4th. There is no score. So far, both pitchers are pitching pretty well here in this game. September 6, 1981. Forsch with the pitch, 6-5. That's a wild pitch, ball 1. We'll do it again, 6-3. That is a walk. That is a 13, and Ron Say will walk. That 13 will be good enough. Say will trot down to first. Next batter will be Renicky. Say on it first. Let's see if the strat roll has anything going on. That is a 19. Renicky will attempt the bunt. So the bunt is on. Forsch will go ahead and pitch. That is a 4-1 strikeout chance. Renicky, 11 plus 2, 13, divided by 2 is 6.5, round up to a 7. The 14 is too high, so the bunt, so there's no strikeout, but Renicky does get to swing. His bunt rating is a 5. The bunt rating is a 5. He hits the ball back to the pitcher. That is a 5, and that will be a successful bunt. Say will get down to second. Forsch throws to first, out number 1. Now the batter is Mike Scioscia. With 1 out. See if anything on strat. That is a 12. Nothing happening on that one. Forsch will pitch to Scioscia. 2-5 for Forsch. That against the lefty, that is a blank. Scioscia, 4-2. Double left field. The Dodgers will be first to get on the board. Scioscia smacks a double to left. That will bring home Say easily. And the Dodgers are up 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th on an RBI double by Scioscia. Ready for 2 a day. Well, we'll find out and see how he does. He's in Denver today, so we'll see how the Dolphins do in Denver. I don't know how much longer this streak's going to go on. Miami should beat Denver, but we never play well in Denver anyway. But right now, I've said the last few weeks, Miami's should have had a few losses, but we won the games. So right now, my Dolphins are overachieving, in my opinion. But that's good. I'll take it. A win is a win. Here's Daryl Thomas with Scioscia on its second and 1 out. Anything on strat? That is a 5. Nothing happening. Forsch will pitch. That's a 5-5 against the switch hitter, a lefty. That is a blank. Daryl Thomas will hit 4-3. He grounds 1 to second. Scioscia will go to third, but Daryl Thomas is out at first. Two men down, and here is Fernando Valenzuela, and he can hit. He batted .250 in 81 so for his year, so he can hit the ball. Anything on a strat? 20, pickoff play. Forsch throws to third. It's a 1, and it's a balk. Oh, Bob Forsch balks. Oh, they call a balk on Bob Forsch. That is a 1 on a pickoff play. A 1 is a balk. Scioscia will score. Oh, they call a balk on Forsch. Ouch. On a balk, Forsch gets nailed on it. Run will score. 2-0 Dodgers. They call a balk on Bob Forsch. Now Valenzuela will hit with the bases empty. Forsch with the pitch. 2-6. Double question mark. Fernando Valenzuela is a lefty. That's an 11. Nothing going to happen there. That's a blank. Valenzuela 2-5. He starline threes it and grounds it to first. And the inning is over. 2 runs for the Dodgers on 1 hit and a balk. At the end of 4, Dodgers leading 2-0. Did Scioscia ever play first as a Dodger? Don't know. I mean, he's only rated as a catcher in 1981. So if he did play first, I'm not sure what year he did. Idiot. Top of the 5th inning. So far, Valenzuela has this was his 7th shutout of the year. So we're seeing if Valenzuela can get that shutout. Darryl Porter leads off for the Redbirds in the top of the 5th. Valenzuela 5-5. That's a walk plus 10. And yeah, Porter will truck down to first. That's a walk. So far, Porter's been the only one who's been on base. He doubled last time and now is on base with a walk. Next batter is David Green. Strat rule says a 7. Nothing happening. Infield is halfway. Valenzuela's pitch, 5-6. That's a possible error on a throw. Green, 5-3. That's a line drive it right to third. And there is no way he can throw him out at first base, so Porter gets back easily. And that is 1 out. The managers later in the career. Yep. Here's Dane Orge with a runner on first base. Actually, runners on, let's see here. Actually, there was a chance he could throw him out at first base, but I missed that opportunity, so that's my bad. I'm not going to re-roll. So Orge will bat. Let's see if anything on the strat roll this time. That is a 20. Valenzuela tries to pick off Porter. That's a 12. Porter gets back. Now Valenzuela will pitch to Orge. 3-6. That's a range play. Orge swings 1-5. Ground ball to second base. Davey Lopes' range is a 3. It's a 2 because the infield is halfway. He will not make the play. It's going to be a single for Orge. Base hit. Darrell Porter's base running rating is a 1, and there is no way he'll make third, so he has to hold at second. A base hit for Orge. Runners at first and second now. The batter will be Mike Ramsey. Amazes me. Yeah, amazing how some of these players became coaches and managers later. Does that mean I'm old playing games that right now, playing with baseball players that are right now managers and their kids are now in baseball? That means I'm old, doesn't it? Damn. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Cardinals are in business. Let's see what the strat roll says here. That is a 10, nothing happening. Valenzuela pitches to Ramsey, 1-3. That's a range play at the ballpark. Dodger Stadium, 5-5. That's a star line 5, and that is going to be hit to center field. The center fielder is Kenny Landreau. His range is a 1. No, not even close. Way over him. Is it a single or a double? That's going to be a single. Darrell Porter's base running rating is a 1 on a single to center. It becomes a +2, which is a 3. Landreau -1 arm to a 2. A 1-2 on the blue die. Porter scores. It does not. It's a 4. He holds at third. And the bases are loaded with 1 out. That is a base hit for Ramsey. One man out. Top of the 5th, 2-0. The batter is Bob Forsch, the pitcher. He batted 122. Bob B., I'll let you make the call. Do you want Bob Forsch? You're the Cardinal fan. We want Forsch to hit, or you want me to bring in a pinch hitter? It's only the 5th inning. Forsch has only given up 2 runs. What do you want me to do? I'll let you make the call. It's your team. There's 1 out. I will check this. Let me roll strat first, see if a bunt ability is available. It's a 20. Actually, Fernando Valenzuela gets a chance to pick off Porter. He doesn't. So that's fine. All right, now, you want him to hit. Okay, Bob Forsch will hit. I've already taken care of the strat roll for you. Bases loaded. Bob Forsch will bat. The infield is going to be halfway as the Dodgers will try to turn 2. Valenzuela's pitch, 3-1, strikeout chance. The 18 will get Forsch. 19 +2 is a 21. That's an 18, and he struck him out. Big strikeout. Now there are 2 outs, and the normal will go back. Infield goes back to normal. Here is Tommy Herr. Strat roll says a 2. Darrell Porter will not be stealing home. Fernando Valenzuela will pitch. Bases loaded. The shutout is on the line. Valenzuela, 1-3. Another range play at the ballpark. Dodger Stadium, 1-4. That is a home run possibility to the opposite field. But Tom Herr does not have any home run ability, so that is not a homer. So the ball is hit to the opposite field. So Tom Herr is a right-hander, which means that's hit to right field. Now we check for range. The range of the right fielder is, believe it or not, Rick Monday, and that's also only a 1. And he doesn't make the play. That's going to fall in for a hit. Is it a single or a double? It's going to be a double for Tom Herr. He hits it over Monday's head. So we know Porter will score. We know Porter scores. We know Orge will score. Mike Ramsey's base running rating is a 3, becomes a 4. The ball was hit to Monday, no arm rating. And it's a double to right field, -1. A 1-3, Ramsey will score from first. It is a 2, he does. Tom Herr, bases clearing double. And the Cardinals take a 3-2 lead. And there goes the shutout. So no shutout here by Fernando Valenzuela, as Rick Monday could not get over there. And it's now 3-2 Cardinals. And here is Ken Oberkfell. How old was Landro? I don't know. I don't have the ages of the players on the cards. Unlike Payoff Pitch, which actually does put the ages of the cards on the ages of the players on the cards, Inside Pitch doesn't do that. I wonder how the Dodgers won this World Series, where they had Kenny Landro a range of 1, Monday a range of 1, and Renicky a range of 3 in the outfield. Probably did it with pitching. Now 3-2 Cardinals, still top of the 5th inning. Ken Oberkfell, the batter now. Anything on Strat? That's a 7. Tom Herr, stolen base rating 15. Let's see, his attempt is a 5 plus 2 is a 7. Divided by 2 is a 3. Nope. Oh, it's 4. No, Herr will not attempt to steal third base, so it'll be normal. Valenzuela, 3-5, possible error. Oberkfell, 4-3 against the lefty, a single to third base. The third baseman is Say. His error rating is a 13. That's a 9. It will be a single and an error, which means Herr will score easily from second base, and Oberkfell will find himself on first. So it's a base hit and an E5. And it's now 4-2 Cardinals. Single and an error. So Oberkfell now on second base. Here is Keith Hernandez with 2 outs. And now the Cardinals are doing the job. A 19, no bunt. So Valenzuela will pitch. 2-3, that's a strikeout chance. The 3 will get Hernandez, and that will end it. Four runs for the Cardinals on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, a walk and an error. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals leading 4-2. Oh, by the way, stadium groans. Ugh. So that takes care of the shutout. So now we'll just play some normal baseball, as now Bob Forsch comes back out for the Birds in the bottom of the 5th inning. It is the top of the lineup for the Dodgers. Here is Davey Lopes. Forsch with the pitch. 5-2 against the righty, strikeout chance. That 7 is going to be good. Lopes is out. Lopes strikes out for the 3rd time today. He has the hat trick. That's strikeout number 4 for Forsch. Here is Landro. Pitch from Bob Forsch, 2-5 against the lefty. That's a blank. Landreau swings 3-3. Line drive right back to Forsch. The Forsch is with him, and he makes the play. Out number 2. Forsch used the Forsch. Here's Rick Monday. The starting outfield in 1981 was Baker, Landreau, and Guerrero, right? Hold on a minute. Forsch will pitch to Monday. That's a 3-3 range play at the ballpark. Dodger Stadium, 4-1. That's a ground ball to second. The ball is hit to her. His range is a 3. He'll make the play. Throws to first, out number 3, and that will do it. A 1-2-3 inning by the Dodgers. 4-2 Cardinals. We will go to the top of the 6th. Guerrero had a higher range rating, yes. Right? Guerrero was usually in right field with a range of 4. They also had Jay Johnstone, may he rest in peace. Dusty Baker was also in the field. So maybe this was just a game that, maybe this wasn't the real starting, what do you call it? The starting. But Landreau did have 390 at-bats. Monday had 130 at-bats. So maybe this just wasn't one of the better fielding decisions that they had. Bears Den 007 joins us here at Dodger Stadium. We're in the top of the 6th, 4-2 Cardinals. The shutout for Valenzuela is gone. Here is George Hendrick. He will lead off for the Redbirds. Valenzuela, 3-3, strikeout chance, 16 too high. 4-4 for Hendrick, ground ball to third. 1 out. Here's Darryl Porter. Valenzuela, 1-1, strikeout chance. The 5 will get Porter. And that is strikeout number 6 for Valenzuela. 2 outs. Valenzuela had 180 strikeouts in 1981. Probably would have been around 200 and something if the season didn't get cut short. Here's David Green next for the Birds. Yeah, Renicky only had about 47 at-bats or something. Valenzuela's pitch, 1-2 against a righty. That's a walk plus 10. David Green will trot down to first. On a 2-out walk, he'll go there. And here is Dane Orge. Am I rolling strat? Yes, I am. That is a 1. David Green does not have any stolen base attempt, so he will not steal. So I'll automatically call that off. And no hit and run with 2 outs. Valenzuela's pitch. 1-1, strikeout chance. The 5 will get him. Dane Orge's strikeout rating is a 3, but 2 added from Dodger Stadium is a 5. That is a 5, and that will be strikeout number 7 for Valenzuela. No runs, nothing across except a walk. Still 4-2 Cardinals. Bob Forsch comes back on the mound. Here is Steve Garvey leading off the bottom of the 6th. Forsch pitched to 25. Let's see, 18, 19, 20. Let's see, would be tired here. Valenzuela pitched to 30. He would be tired here. Garvey will bat against Forsch. Dodgers down 4-2. Here's the pitch. 3-3, range play at the ballpark. Dodger Stadium, 2-3. That's a fly ball to right field. Hendrick is out there. His range is a 3. He will make the catch. Out number 1. Nice play by George Hendrick to track down the ball. 1 down. Here is Ron Say. Forsch with the pitch, 4-4. Hit by pitch. That 15 will be too high. Ron Say, 6-3 against a righty. That's a single past the shortstop. It will be a base hit. The Penguin gets his second hit of the game. And the batter now is Ron Renicky. Actually, that's Say's first hit of the game. Actually, he's walked the last. Here's Ron Renicky. Say on it first. Yeah, Dodgers won first half big, then finished 25-24 in second half, but played well enough to win the World Series in that strange year they had. Say on it first. Let's see what the strat roll says. That is a 15. Renicky will not bunt this time. He will roll. Infield is halfway. Forsch, 6-4. That's a blank. Renicky swings 5-1. Starline 1. Ground ball to short. Renicky's double play rating is a 0 +1. Nothing from Forsch. Second baseman for her, his arm rating is a +1, which is a 2. A 1-2, they will turn the double play. They will not. Ron Say will be thrown out at second. They will not get Renicky at first. 2 outs. Fielder's choice. Here's the catcher, Mike Scioscia. Infield normal. Check the strat roll. And we got an 18. Scioscia, that is in his bunt rating, but with 2 outs, we do not bunt. Forsch will pitch. 4-3. That's a blank. Scioscia takes a swing. 5-1, and he grounds one to third base. And the throw is going to be made to first because Scioscia is slower, and he gets him out, and the inning is over. 1 hit for the Dodgers, but that's all they get. Still 4-2 Cardinals. Top of the 7th inning, it says Fernando Valenzuela is due to bat second in the 7th. I think this will probably be his last inning. Be his last inning. Leading up is Mike Ramsey. He'll lead off for the Birds. Ramsey is 1 for 2. Valenzuela 4-3. That is a strikeout chance. The 10 will be good enough. Ramsey was a 9, but +2 from Dodger Stadium. He strikes out Ramsey. That is strikeout number 7 for Valenzuela. Out number 1. The batter now is Bob Forsch. And Bob Forsch is going to come out because he is now considered tired. So that will be it. So the Cardinals will go to the bullpen, but they'll bring in a pinch hitter. Let's see who they're going to bring in. Let's see. Got a lefty on the mound, so let's bring in a righty. They will bring in Sixto Lezcano. Sixto Lezcano will bat against Fernando Valenzuela here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Another good baseball name, Sixto Lezcano. Gotta love these baseball names from the time. Fernando pitches 1-6. That's a strikeout chance, and the 8 will get Lezcano. And that is strikeout number 8. I'm sorry, strikeout number 9 for Valenzuela. 2 outs. Made a mistake, had to catch it. 2 men down. Here's Tommy Herr. Valenzuela trying to end the game on his stint on a high note. 5-2 against the righty. That is going to be a switch hitter. That's a strikeout +10. That becomes a 19, and Valenzuela will strike out Herr. And Valenzuela will finish with 10 strikeouts in this game. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 inning. For the Cardinals, we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-2 St. Louis. He says bring in Luis De Leon to pitch. Let's see. All right. Bob B says, bring in Luis De Leon to pitch for the Cardinals, and I will do that. 0-1, 2.35 ERA. He will pitch for the Birds in the bottom of the seventh inning. Leading off for the Dodgers will be switch hitter Darryl Thomas. So De Leon will pitch. And that, of course, is going to be all for Fernando Valenzuela, as he will leave the game as well. De Leon with the pitch. 1-4. That is a blank. Thomas, 6-2. Ground ball to short. Out number 1. Pinch hitter coming up for the Dodgers. Got a righty, so we probably need a lefty or a switch. Problem is the switch hitter and the lefty is not good, so I'm going to have to go with a right-hander. So in this case, it will be the Dodgers will bring in Pedro Guerrero to pinch hit. He's on the bench in this game, but he is available. Pedro Guerrero, a beast. That man was ripped, Pedro Guerrero. He had only 12 home runs in 1981, but that man could hit 300. He was up. If for all of you guys remember Pedro Guerrero, that man was big. 1 out. De Leon will pitch to Guerrero. And that is a 4-6. That is a walk chance. And that 8 against the lefty will not do it. 10 minus 3 is 7. Guerrero does not walk. He does swing, however. 4-5, and he pops out to short. And that is out number 2. Two men down. Here's Davey Lopes. So far, Bob B's choice of De Leon is a good choice. De Leon will pitch. 3-3. That is a blank. Lopes gets to swing. 4-4 against the right-hander. That is a fly ball center field. Fly ball center field against the righty, and that will be caught by Green, and that's the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Dodgers. At the end of 7, still 4-2 Cardinals. Good choice by Bob B. Top of the 8th. Ken Oberkfell leads off for St. Louis, 2 lefties and a righty, so I think the Dodgers will bring in a left-handed pitcher. Let's see who they got in the bench. Find out, see who they got in the pen. Let's see who if they have anybody. And they're going to bring in Steve Howe. They'll bring in Steve Howe. 5-3, 8 saves, 2.50 ERA. Top of the 8th. He could probably pitch a couple of innings. As it begins to get dark outside my window here. Steve Howe will pitch to Oberkfell, top of the 8th. Howe's pitch, 4-4 against the lefty. Strikeout chance. The 6 is going to be good enough. Oberkfell is out. 1 down. Struck him out. Here's Keith Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to keep on saying that until he is in the Hall of Fame, because he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Howe's pitch, 1-6, possible error. Hernandez, 5-2. That's a ground ball to second base. Lopes' error rating is a 2. That's a 15. Lopes will make the play and throw to first for out number 2. And now George Hendrick. Stick with De Leon in 8th with Suter getting ready to bring in any trouble. All right. Howe's pitch, 5-4. That's a blank. Hendrick, 6-3. Fly ball to left field. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals as Howe does his job. Still 4-2 going into the bottom of the 8th. Bob B wants me to stick with De Leon. I will do as he says. Ken Landreau leads off for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He will hit. De Leon's pitch, 2-1. Hit by pitch. 18 is too high. Landreau, 1-5. Starline, 3. He flies out the left. 1 out. Here's Rick Monday. De Leon, 4-3. Strikeout chance, 15 gets Monday. 2 outs. And now Steve Garvey. De Leon against Garvey. De Leon, 1-1. That is a star line. That's going to be an automatic out. It's a ground ball to first. And the Cardinals, another 1-2-3 inning on the Dodgers. As the Cardinals are 3 outs away from changing history, they still lead 4-2. We go to the top of the 9th. They will keep Howe on the mound. 2 lefties and a righty coming in for the Cardinals. Darryl Porter leads off in the top of the 9th inning. Howe with the pitch, 1-3. That is at the ballpark. 1-4 at Dodger Stadium. That is a possible home run to the opposite field. It's a possible homer to the opposite field against the lefty. Darryl Porter is a 15. That is a 12. That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to left field. It is gone. Darryl Porter, solo jack. He goes ahead and hits a home run. Dodgers Stadium does not keep that one in here. And it is now 5-2. Porter hits that one off of Dodger Stadium. And now David Green comes up. Five to 2 Cardinals. Darryl Porter does the job there for the Redbirds. Howe's pitch. 2-1. That's a range play. David Green, 3-3. That's a pop out to first base. Way out there. Garvey's range is a 4. Does he make it? Yes, he does. Garvey has no problem with that one, and he is out of there. 1 out. Pop out to first. Here is Dane Orge. 1 out. Howe will pitch. 5-6. That's a strikeout chance. The 2 will get Orge. Struck him out. That's the 2nd out. Batter now is Mike Ramsey. Howe will pitch to him, but Howe is now tired. Howe with the pitch. 3-1. Possible error on a throw. Ramsey swings. 3-2 against the lefty. That's a ground ball to second base. Lopes' error rating is a 2. That's an 8. There won't be a throwing error. He throws to first, and the inning is over. One run for the Cardinals on a homer by Darryl Porter. It's 5-2 St. Louis. Outfield replacement for Orge, bottom of 9th. Okay, so do you still want Suter in there? De Leon he is tired. So you want Suter? An outfield replacement for Orge, bottom of 9th. Okay. So Suter, okay. So De Leon will come out. Cardinals will bring in Bruce Suter to close the game out. 3-5, 25 saves. 2.62 ERA. Dane Orge is a left fielder, is a 2.6+1. He wants me to replace him And I will use Tito Landrum, who was a 5-0-1 in left field. So Tito Landrum will come in and replace Dane Orge, as he will be gone. So out goes Orge. Tito Landrum will come in and replace him. Much better fielder. And a better arm. Bruce Sutter will try to close the game. We are in the bottom of the 9th inning. Leading off will be Ron Say. He will hit. 5-2 Cardinals. Sutter's pitch. 4-1 against a righty. That's a strikeout plus 10. That 20 is too high. Say will pitch. No, I'm sorry. That's good enough. That's an 11 plus, I'm sorry, that's a strikeout. 11 plus 2 is 13. And it's a strikeout plus 10, 23. Say is out of there. 1 out. Good thing I caught myself. Struck him out. Here is Ron Renicky. We'll see a pinch hitter for him, I think. Let's see who can pitch for Ron Renicky. Renicky is in left field for this game. And coming on to pitch for Renicky and take over in left field will be Dusty Baker. So in case this game goes any further, Baker will take over in left. One out. Sutter now goes up against Baker. Sutter's pitch. 6-6 against a righty. That is a walk chance. That 12 is not going to do it. Baker does get a chance to swing. That's a 6-3, and it's a ground out to short. And that's out number 2. Last chance for the Dodgers in Mike Scioscia. He will hit. Sutter's pitch. 2-3, strikeout chance, 5. Got him. Game done and set and match. Because Scioscia's 4 plus 2 is a 6. That's a 5. Sutter gets him. And a 1-2-3 inning, strangely so in my games, but a 1-2-3 inning as the Cardinals get the win over the Dodgers, 5-2. Give you guys a final line score here in a moment. For the Cardinals, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. For the Dodgers, 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. Forsch gets the win. Valenzuela takes the loss. De Leon gets a hold. Sutter does get a save. Actually, no, he doesn't get a save. No save for Sutter because the tying run was not on deck. De Leon, though, does get a hold. And that will do it from here. My next game for Inside Pitch Seasons will be May 29th, 1982. The Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. This was suggested to me. This was suggested to me by Brandon Baker. It is Cal Ripken game number 0001. The first game where Cal Ripken begins his march to 21-31. So he wanted me to play that game for him for 1982, and that will be the next game. Toronto and Baltimore, May 29th, 1982. Cal Ripken's game number 1 of the streak. Not a bad game here, guys. Actually went pretty good. Bob B, Michael Peterson, Bears Den 007. Thank you all. Forever Main 90. Thank you all for joining me here for today's game. Payoff pitch tonight. Detroit Tigers taking on the Minnesota Twins. After that shellacking yesterday in that major crazy game against the Rangers, we'll see if the Tigers have a better game this time. And this time they take on the Twins. So join us on Payoff Pitch tonight on 85. Thank you all, everyone. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. See you guys later. Cardinals beat the Dodgers 5-2, and I'm sure Bob B will now have a beer to celebrate that fact. Take care, guys.